We continue going over mathematics exam questions and preparations for exams. Well, we've been given to simplify 16 to the power log of x in base 2. Now, the main idea behind such questions is to make sure that the base here is the same as the base here. From a logarithmic rule, which we know that if you have got a to the power log of x in base a, when the bases are the same, just get this number which is here. That becomes the answer. So using this rule, we want to evaluate these two or simplify them. And so 16, how can we, so our aim is to make sure that these are the same. Well, we can either take 16 to base 2 or take 2 to base 16, but it is much simpler to convert this into that than the other way around. And so we're going to say 16 is the same as 2 to the power 4. Okay, and then we have got log of x in base 2. And so this is the same as 2 to the power 4 log 2x. Now when you have got a number in front of a log, we can take it for a power to this one. And so this is the same as 2 log 2x to the power 4. Now that these are the same, that means this value which is here is the answer. And so this is just x to the power 4. Okay. Same way the second one, we have 3 to the power log of pi in base 9. So we need to make 3 into base 9. So 3 is the same as 9 to the power 1 over 2. To the power 1 over 2 means just a square root. And we know that the square root of 9 is a 3. And then we have got log in base 9 of pi. So this is the same as 9 1 over 2 log in base 9 of pi. Or I can take this number in front as a power to pi. So it becomes 9 log 9 and then pi to the power 1 over 2. So now that these are the same, that means the answer is just pi to the power 1 over 2. And pi to the power 1 over 2 just means square root of pi. Okay, so that is it. Well, consider another question here. Solve the simultaneous equation x minus y is equal to 1 and then is equal to 21 and then log x plus log y is equal to 2. Now just the first one, I can make x a subject of the formula and I'll say x is equal to 21 plus y. So this is the first equation which I have. Now going to the second one, when you've been given logs of the same base, adding, we just multiply these values which are here. Okay, so that is what we are going to do. And so this means that it is the same as log x times y is equal to 2, because they've got the same base. Now when a base hasn't been specified, that means it is in base 10. So let's convert this into an exponential function. So the base is 10, so it becomes this to the power this is equal to this one. Okay, so that means what we have is 10 to the power 2 is equal to xy, and 10 to the power 2, that is 100. So 100 is equal to xy. Well, where there is x, I'm going to substitute 21 plus y. So that is going to be 100 is equal to 21 plus y and then y. So this will give us 100 is equal to y times 21, that will be 21y. 1 y times y, that is going to be y squared. Writing this in the general form, I'll take 100, this side is going to become negative. So it will be 0 is equal to negative 100 plus 21y plus y squared. And this is the same as saying y squared plus 21y. 100 is negative, so minus 100 is equal to 0. Well, at this point we look for the product, the sum and the factor. So the product is negative 100. The sum is the 21. So which two numbers can we multiply to give us negative 100? If we add them, we get 21. So the factors, it's 25 and 4. So we want positive 21, so it will be negative 4. 25 minus 4 is 21. 25 times negative 4 is negative 100. So this is actually 25 plus, y plus 25, and then y minus 4 is equal to 0. That means y is equal to negative 25, or y is equal to negative 4. So when y is equal to 4, what will be the value for x? So x we know is equal to 21 plus y, and y is 4. So x is going to be equal to 25. What of when y is equal to negative 25? What will be our y? Our x. X is going to be equal to 21 plus, where there is y, we are substituting this equation. Where there is y, we put negative 25. And 21 minus 25 is a negative 4. Now, it does not exist having log of a negative number. In other words, we can't have log of a negative number. And so these answers are disqualified. So our only answers, therefore, x is equal to 25 and y is equal to 4. These are our answers then. Let's proceed. Obtain the value of x given that, when given that log in base 8 of x over 2 is equal to log in base x, in base 8 of x divided by log in base 8 of 2, where we can make these two numbers the same. So that will be log in base 8. Well, 2 is the same as 8 to the power 1 over 3. Because the cube root of 8 is what? Is a 3. Okay. Is a 2. 2 times 2 times 2. This gives us 8. That means the cube root of 8 is a 2. So where there is 2, we are going to put cube root of 8. And so this is the same as log of in base 8 of x over 2 is equal to log of x in base 8 divided by 8. Log of base 8 of 8 is a 1. So just remain with this number. So we are going to remain with 1 over 3 because this is giving us a 1. Alright. So the reason is this. For this one, because this is the power, we are going to drop it. It becomes 1 over 3 log of 8 in base 8. And this is a 1. So we just remain with 1 over 3. Well, at this point now, well, log of x in base 8 divided by 1 over 3 is the same as log x over 2 in base 8 is equal to 3 log of x in base 8. The thing is this, log of x in base 8 divided by, I can also divide by 1 over 3. So this I can change this sign to multiplication, and then the 3 goes on top, the 1 comes down. That is why I've written it like this. So it's the same thing. Now at this point, I can take this value the other side. So it will be log in base 8 of x over 2 minus, I'll put this 3 as a power on x. So I'll say minus log in base 8 of x to the power 3. This should be equal to a 0. Okay. When you have got logs of the same base subtracting, we just divide. So this is log in base 8. The one which is supposed to be on top is this one. So we have got x over 2, and then should be divided by this one which is here. That is x to the power 3. And this should be equal to a 0. Well, this is the same as log in base 8 x over 2 times, it becomes 1 over x to the power 3 is equal to 0. So this x can cancel, and then here we're going to remain with what? X squared. So that will be log in base 8 of 1 over 2 times the x squared is equal to 0. Let's write this as an exponential function. The base is 8, the power is 0. So this is 8 to the power 0 is equal to 1 over 2x squared. And so 8 to the power 0 is a 1. So 1 is equal to 1 divided by 2x squared. Okay. So at this point we can cross multiply. So that is going to be 2x squared is equal to 1. Dividing by 2, x squared is going to be 1 over 2. To remain with x, we need to square root both sides. So x is going to be equal to, square root means positive or negative, 1 over 2. Now, as we said earlier, this value can't be negative, so we are only interested in the positive one. So therefore x is equal to the square root of 1 over 2. But we can simplify this. We know that the square root of 1 is just the 1, and then over root 2. So that would be it then for this one. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope that was helpful. If that was good, be sure to subscribe. Stay blessed.